Hi guys, welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We've got another one of our Divi for Beginners videos here. We've got some blur modules here. When I hover over them, you'll notice that the image is going to change from black and white to color. It doesn't matter which part we hover over. You just hover over the writing. The image is still going to change from black and white to color. Really easy to do. No coding involved in this at all today. Just using the inbuilt features of the Divi theme itself. And this can be used on just about any module you want. We've got a call to action module here. Same thing. Again, we've got some call to action modules here. Exactly the same thing. I've got a couple of images here that I've done the other way around. And I've slowed it down a little bit, so it's going to start off color. You go to black and white. Like I say, no coding involved today at all. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the visual builder. And let's go down. And let's get rid of this row here. Great. Well, I'm going to add a new row. Little green button to add a new row. We'll throw 3 columns in it. As I said, I'm using a blur module, but you can use pretty much any module you want for this. Let's roll down. There's our little new blur module. We'll add an image by going down. I think that's the one we had above. So there we've got a regular blur module, and they're great little modules. Got a nice little image on top, title, and some content. Obviously, you can change yours how you wish. Here, I'm going to leave mine all as they are, as I've got no real content for my site here. And all we're going to do, going to go over to design, down to filters. I'm going to use a saturation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it all the way down to the left. And you'll notice, if I bring this over here, that this image is now black and white. To bring it back to color, if we roll over the dark writing, common to all Divi modules, you'll see some little icons appear. Go to the thing that you want to affect, in our case, the saturation. Click on the little arrow. Then we've got 2 tabs. Desktop is when the mouse is not on it. Funnily enough, hover is when the mouse is on it. So when they put the mouse on it, we want to bring it back to color, which is 100%. You can slide up or you can type it in, whichever works for you. And you can affect more than one of these at a time if you want to, doing the same thing. A little later on, I'll show you how to sort of morph 2 images into each other using the filters. Okay, so we set up our black and white on desktop and our color. The time it actually takes to go from one to the other by default with Divi is 300 milliseconds, which is pretty quick. Sometimes you want to slow this down or even speed it up for effect. If you want to do that, go over to your advanced, go down to transitions here. There's the default 300 mils. If you want to slow it down, just slide it up to a higher value. Obviously, if you want to speed it up, put a lower value in there. I'm going to leave it just like that. Now, of course, once we've got one, it's really easy to duplicate. And we don't have to duplicate the same module. Let's throw a call to action in here. And we'll just make the button turn up by putting a link in for it down below. Great. And let's just throw a little image module in here. Click on the image. Let's pull in a portrait image. Just going to go with the advanced and take the name away from that. Otherwise, when we hover over it, it's going to pop up. Okay, so we got 2 different modules there. We want to extend the filter settings from this one to these 2. Really easy to do. I'm going to go into the module, dark tab the module. I'm going to go to our design and filters. I'm going to right click on where it says filters. I'm going to say extend filter styles. To all blurred, well, we've got different modules here. So I'm going to say all modules throughout this row. Just hit extend. And as you can see, it's now extended those styles to our other modules here so we don't have to. Let's check out that this is going to work on the front end. Then I'll show you how to sort of do a mock morph between two images. Let's save this. We'll save our page changes. And let's exit the Visual Builder. We'll go on down. There's our first blur module that we did. When I hover over anywhere, the color's going to come back into it. Fantastic. There's a little call to action next to it. When we hover over, the color's going to come back in. And like I say, you can do it the other way around if you want to. There's our little image right there. When we hover over it, the color's going to pop in. Like I say, things like that happen when people are mousing around your site. It's going to get their attention quickly. Really nice thing to have. So let's quickly show you how to do an image swap using those filters. Couldn't be easier. Let's re-enable the Visual Builder. Let's go down to this image here. I'm going to go back in there, Dark tab for the module once more. I'm going to go to my filters and reset it to how it was. Saturation, it's 100% desktop view. And also, same on hover. Great. But I want to swap this for a different image when they hover over it. And if we do it really slowly, we can create a kind of mock morph effect. To make this happen, if you watched any of my other videos from my Divi hover effects series, you know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go into the row itself, green tab for the row. I'm going to go to the column that this image is sitting in, column number 3. I'm going to add a background image to it. Third tab, image. Let's throw in something completely different. Now to make these flip between each other when they hover over it, we'll save our settings here in the column. Save the row settings. We're going to go back into the image. Design tab, we're going to go back down to our filters again. And rather than saturation, we're going to go and use opacity for this. And if I drag this slider all the way down to 0, watch what happens. We've got our other image. So start on whichever image you want. Then we can hit the little arrow up here. Desktop, we're going to start with the young lady there. When they hover over it, we want it to flip. So like exploding planet or whatever it is. But for a little bit more drama with this, if you really slow it down to a slow fade, it's almost like a morph effect. Over in advanced again, over to transitions. Let's maybe put 2 seconds in there. And if you want more, you can simply type in more. In fact, we'll leave it at 3 there. I'm going to use ease in, ease out for this. Ease will work, but ease in, out works better, I think. Let's save our changes now and see what we've got. Hit the little purple button. Save the page changes. And let's exit the Visual Builder. We'll roll on down. There's the 2 we know about. There's our image right there. When I put my mouse on it, it's slowly going to fade from that young lady to this planet. And if I had another headshot, it'd be almost like she was morphing into that. And like I say, if you slow it down to 4 or 5 seconds, it really does look like that. So there you go, guys. There's how to use your filters to create some wonderful hover effects with no coding. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.